J'étais juste excité à patiner puis être sur la glace. Puis samedi soir, jouer au Centre Bell, c'est beaucoup d'émotions. Alors, j'étais juste vraiment excité à jouer.
Tu as été utilisé dans beaucoup de situations, autant à 5 contre 5 à la fin du match. Martin t'a mis à 4 contre 4 avec des mid-offs sur la glace. C'est le genre de joueur que tu veux être?
Oui, c'est un peu qu'est-ce que un style de joueur que je veux être un gars qui peut jouer partout, puis un gars qui peut quasiment faire tout, utiliser dans toutes les situations. Puis c'était juste une autre opportunité à être sur la glace. Puis j'ai hâte d'être sur 4 contre 4 avec Demi. Puis ouais.
Joe, le forechecking, c'est pas une affaire nouvelle pour vous autres là, dans la Ligue nationale, mais dans la dernière game, les Rangers, ils vous ont pressé beaucoup, surtout en deuxième période. Puis les séances vidéo, ça se promène. Est-ce que vous attendez à ce que les Sabres essaient de vous servir la même chose?
Je pense que oui. Je pense que tout le monde, toutes les équipes qui arrivent ici, puis veut jouer au Centre Bell, qui veut battre les Canadiens. Je pense que tout le monde, on a des partisans qui sont vraiment fiers à être des fans des Canadiens. Puis les équipes les adversaires, ils viennent ici. Puis c'est un peu comme un challenge pour eux autres. Alors, je ne vais pas être surpris si ça va être genre un même style de match que les Rangers. Toutes les équipes veulent nous battre. Puis c'est ça.
Joe, il y a des gars qui entrent dans l'alignement après une longue inactivité et qui se contentent de faire des choses simples.
Well, that's all I know, but I think they're hungry, for sure.
Did you play a lot of other sports growing up, or was it just hockey?
Not really. I mean, I play with my friends and everything, but like on this like team-wise or like competition-wise, I didn't play that much. Just one summer soccer, but that was pretty much it.
It's mostly hockey.
Yeah,
Around.
yeah.
Did you, how much did Ole Jokinen prepare you for the style of play in the NHL, and how much did you apply those things in your SHL games last year?
I think a lot. I mean, he played a lot of games here, and his practice style and like style to get players ready, it's like same style as here. Like lots of same stuff. We have lots of extra ices and stuff out there to improve those things and.
Extra ice?
Yeah, like skill wise and everything like that. So, I mean, and off the ice too. Like he talk about things, how things going, and just like that. So it was for sure big part.
Were there specific parts of your game?
Like any game, there's some positive things you can pull, but there's some things that we need to work on as well, and I think that's where our focus is going to be.
What does a successful forecheck look like to you?
It's all about time and space, especially now. You just limit their time and space, try to make them have to make decisions as quick as possible, and hopefully you have a guy there and you have people there that make it difficult. So it's the video now, I think everyone understands how teams forecheck and what options you're going to have, but it's just about who can effectively get to it and make it as difficult as possible. You try to raise your percentages, and time after time, hopefully you get a mistake and you're able to capitalize.
After the last game, Sam took the loss on his shoulder. I just want to know what you think when a goalie said that after the game.
Yeah, I mean, he obviously we were quick to tell him never falls on one guy. I mean, he saved our butts enough. It's, you wish we could have found a way to win that hockey game, obviously, but we have so much confidence in Monty. Time after time, he makes big saves at big times, and that hasn't changed. He's still the same guy, and obviously last game we would have liked to to make life a little easier on him as well. And you know, like him, like our group, we move on and you just get ready for the next one.
How have you kind of seen the evolution of Dobson and just his level of comfortability the more he plays?
Yeah, I mean, he's been a guy that, you know, since he's come up, he's been put in some tough situations and responded really well. So it's, you know, he's enjoyed the opportunities, taken advantage of it, and that's what it's all about. You know, you get an opportunity, you take advantage. Now he's earned the responsibility and the opportunity to play more. Obviously, we have a lot of confidence in both our goaltenders, and yeah, it's nice to play in front of.
Brendan, it's not sure that if you do a rebuild, you will have success, right? But what gave you the most opportunity to have success if you do a rebuild as a team?
I mean, there's so much that goes into it. Obviously, you know, going back a few years, you know, you implement a culture, you implement, you know, ways that things need to be done. But I mean, we've got a ton of really good players that have come up and stepped in and earned that experience, and yeah, that we rely on now. So it's a mixture of a lot of things. A lot of things have to go right, obviously. Doesn't mean it's complete. It just means that we're in a position now where we can, you know, really compete night after night.
Thank you.
Buffalo's come out of the gate with a really strong penalty kill. Anything to help with it?
Physical sport. Each team's aware of other teams' top players, and obviously you want to pay close attention to them. But Lane's a great player, great skater. He's smart out there. He'll be just fine. But no surprise for any guys. It's the same thing when we're playing against good players. You want to try and make it hard on them, and yeah.
Well, who was your role model growing up?
It's a good question. I think growing up in the Maritimes was obviously a huge Crosby fan. Watched him a lot. Always watched the Penguins. Just obviously when I was growing up, he was winning those cups all the time. So looked up to him a whole lot. Yeah, I'd say him probably.
Any defenseman?
Always get asked this. No, like real, like in particular. Like I'm not a huge fan of just like one guy. Like I like to watch all the guys. You know. Still today, all the top guys, I love watching them. You can pick up little things from each guy. Each player has a different skill set, so you try and watch as much as you can and learn from each guy.
If we look at last week, even if you won against the Kraken and Preds, it was tough. We had to make some comeback. So how important is it tonight to have a full 60 minutes?
Yeah, for sure. You want to be consistent through 60. And saying that, sometimes it doesn't go the way you want to start, or like last game we got off to a good start and we don't get the result, but it's important. We want to play a consistent game through the full 60, not have any lapses, and we know if we do that, we're going to have a good chance to win each night.
You played a few times on the PK here, but is it pretty new for you? Did you play on the PK with the Isles?
Yeah, I've been on the PK, just a little different system, killing wise. But it's been good so far. Coach has done a great job. I feel comfortable out there now. You know, we got scored on the last couple of games. I think there's a couple things we can clean up a little bit, but you know, it's important moments in games where we need a big kill. We got to come through. So
I know that's everyone's goal and everyone's working towards.
Buffalo's come out of the gate with a strong penalty kill so far this season. Is there anything on the power play you want to see tightened up from you guys?
Yeah, I think we just could be connected. Everyone on the same page. Execution is obviously important, but we got to be on the same page and support each other. They pressure pretty hard, so we got to have tight, small outs for each other. But yeah, it's gonna be important. Obviously, a really good kill, gonna be a good test and a good challenge.
What stands out to you watching Suzuki and Demidov work together, moving the puck?
Yeah, obviously two very skilled players, very smart, especially with the puck. And yeah, it's been great as a D-man. You want to look for them and try and get the puck as much as you can to those guys. They're usually making a good play out of it. But yeah, so they're two highly skilled guys, especially with the puck, and very good at finding seams and finding the open guys.
Thanks.
Bon matin.
Bon matin.
Martin, juste une petite question technique. Il te manquait aussi des gars pour la pratique de ce matin. Est-ce qu'il y a des gars là-dedans qui peuvent être douteux pour ce soir ou tu les as tous? À part tes blessés.
Non, j'ai tout.
OK. Dans le dernier match, ça sera peut-être pas nouveau dans sa vie, mais Hudson s'est fait frapper et tout. On a essayé de faire peut-être même un peu de doublage. Ça avait commencé un peu l'année passée, mais est-ce que tu penses que Lane va avoir à s'ajuster à une coche de plus par rapport à l'attention puis le jeu physique qu'on va tenter de faire sur lui cette année?
Oui, mais je pense qu'il a vécu ça aussi dans les séries. En fin de saison, on est passé. Il faut toujours que tu sois capable de t'adapter. Puis Lane, il va continuer à évoluer là-dedans. C'est de choisir ses moments puis d'être plus calculé dans le sens de, des fois, laisser la rondelle faire le travail pour prendre moins de mise en échec.
Vous avez perdu malheureusement cet été des bons joueurs de piqué, qui étaient très importants. T'attendais-tu à ce que le début soit un peu comme il est en désavantage?
Pas nécessairement. On joue avec les mêmes règlements qu'on avait implantés. Puis on va continuer à solidifier ça. Non, mais je te dis pas que je pensais qu'on allait être bon ou moins bon. C'est juste là qu'on est, puis on va continuer.
Ça connecte, selon toi, comme tu voudrais que ça connecte, ou c'est une question d'intensité? Comment tu le vois?
Non, écoute, c'est sûr, tu as des bonnes unités spéciales, des bons powerplays qui viennent, puis tu sais, on connaît leurs tendances et tout. Mais dans nos règlements, on devrait être capable de donner moins de chance. C'est de continuer à parler de ça.
Bonjour Martin. To that point of watching Demidov and Suzuki, Demidov and Suzuki working together on the power play, to you what stands out? Why are they so complementative for one another?
Well, I mean, I feel the fact that one's a lefty, one's a righty. I think that's a big part. And they both have an elite, computer. They have deception. They can execute. Yeah, they're fun to watch.
When it comes to the forecheck, when your team's at its best, what does that forecheck look like?
Just on top of the other team, and I feel last game we backed off a little bit. I don't know why. We talked about it today. It's a lot of work, but when we're on top of our game, we're just on top of the opponent.
Eric? Marty, when you look at Gallagher, Evans, and Anderson play together, they're so obviously key to you guys establishing that deep game, but Anderson's role in doing that, like how do you replicate that on other lines when he's such a driving force in pushing players back?
How do I create that on other lines?
Yeah. If you don't have another Josh Anderson on the
Oh, I know,
lines,
but I
right?
feel to me it's just a mindset of how we want to play. We want to push the pace, and you know, we got to put good pucks. You know, I look at a guy like Nui, who's not as big as Andy, but he can push a pace and get in there and be disruptive. You know, Slav can do that. You know, a Bolduc can do that. I think a Veleno can do that too. Good feet. It's just having, it's the intentions. You know, what are your intentions? You know, I think Andy wants to play his intention of playing a direct game, like, you know, north-south, and he's borderline going offside sometime, and that's what I want. You know, I want him to almost pressure his teammates to put it behind them. You know, and then when you play like that and that predictability, you know, you look fast, and when you're fast and you have some heaviness behind it, you can definitely be disruptive. You can be heavy, and if you don't have intentions of as a group playing fast, it's going to be hard for your guy like Andy to play to their identity. And I feel like we try to do that as a group.
Goaltending, Sam has obviously established himself as the number one of his team, but are those guys in a place where there's an open competition between them? Can Jacob push him more?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a competitive league. You know, you're always going to have internal competition. You know, and I think Dobes has put himself, you know, what he done last year, what he's done so far, that he deserves starts. And, you know, we feel comfortable with both goalies, you know, but you're always going to have that internal competition, no matter what position you play. Players want more.
Dobson is indeed starting tonight.
Yeah, Dobson.
You talked earlier about Electro and training camp about depth and talent being the most you've had since you got here. It looks like it's the same with the goaltending position. Just how important is it in today's NHL to have two goalies you can compete? I know last year at one stretch Monty played, I think, 21 out of 23 games. How important for you as a coach to have these two guys in the situation they are now?
Well, I think it's very important, you know, especially the amount of back-to-backs we have now, and a lot of 3 and 4s, and you know, and I think it's important to have a third one, you know, because, you know, it's a long season. You don't know what injuries or whatnot, and I like the way we're positioned in that department.
I know you're a goalie expert, Mitch, all the time, but as a former player, what do you like about Dobson when you see him in nets? What impresses you the most?
I think his compete level. I think he's, you know, he plays with some kind of swagger, and you know, you can see it.
Pour poursuivre sur la veine des gardiens de but, pas seulement en fonction de ta décision ce soir, mais juste même at large, l'ensemble de la saison. Où est-ce que tu traces la ligne en justement cette compétition à l'interne-là que tu veux voir, puis aussi donner la chance à ton numéro 1 de trouver sa game?
Ouais, il n'y a pas une réponse précise. On marche la ligne, tu sais, puis c'est pas aussi difficile que tu penses. Tu sais, on a 82 games. On a 2 bons gardiens. Ils vont-tu être les 2 au top de leur game toute l'année? Non. Tu sais, fait que tu gères ça, tu gères leur workload puis leur performance. Tu sais, fait que c'est ça qu'on fait.
Confronté un peu à cette situation-là il y a quelques années, à l'époque où il y avait Allen puis Montembeault, dans un peu quasiment des situations inverses. Là, le fait
c'est
que...
plus facile avec 2 que 3, par exemple.
C'est d'accord.
3 en est.
Ouais. Il y a plein de sourires à ce moment-là. Le fait que les victoires ont encore, les points ont encore plus d'importance maintenant, peut-être qu'ils en avaient à l'époque, est-ce que ça ajoute à l'équation le fait que l'urgence de la...
Je te dirais pas que c'est différent. Je te dirais que tous les points étaient importants pour nous autres. Tu sais, je sais, on était-tu une équipe qui allait compétitionner pour la Coupe Stanley? Non. Mais les points étaient importants. Tu sais, fait qu'on change pas notre comment le processus de qui va jouer, pourquoi qui joue, tu as le workload, tu as la performance. Ça fait toujours partie de l'équation.
Martin, pas beaucoup de certitudes dans la vie, mais qu'est-ce qui fait d'une reconstruction une reconstruction qui a le plus de chances possible d'avoir du succès de ta perspective d'entraîneur? Quels sont les éléments qui entrent en jeu?
Bien, la chose la plus importante pour moi, c'est la culture. OK? La game collective est beaucoup plus important que juste le talent. Fait que quand tu as ces deux choses-là, puis là, tu rajoutes du talent là-dedans, ton talent, il augmente, mais là, c'est quelque chose qui vient ça vient solide, là, t'sais. Mais c'est pas... pour moi, la game collective est beaucoup plus importante que juste avoir des joueurs talentueux. Mais si tes joueurs talentueux sont capables de jouer dans une game collective, puis avec une culture en dessous de ça, ben là, tu vas monter tes pourcentages pour réussir ta construction.
Monsieur Martin, Sam a pris le blanc pour la dernière défaite. Il est embarqué très tôt ce matin aussi. Qu'est-ce que ça dit sur le genre de leader qui va?
Oui, comme je te dis, c'est des gars très compétitifs. Ils en veulent tout plus. Ils veulent mieux jouer. C'est normal. Tu vas au travail. Il n'y a rien qui est donné. Il n'y a rien qui... tu peux pas rester à rien faire puis juste en espérant. Espérer, c'est comme des excuses. Ça t'amène nulle part. Tu vas au travail.
Oui, salut Martin. Est-ce que tu étais assez satisfait de tes 4 trios samedi pour revenir avec la même combinaison ce soir?
Oui.
Les 4 mêmes trios. Est-ce que Zachary Bolduc, par la force des choses, était comme un peu pénalisé en termes de temps de jeu? On parle de force égale, je veux pas. De quelle façon il peut être aussi peut-être efficace dans ce temps de jeu un petit peu plus restreint?
Jouer la game. Jouer la game qui est en avant de toi. Jouer la game.
Est-ce que tu trouves qu'il peut être aussi efficace?
Oui. Oui. Tous les joueurs devraient être aussi efficaces.
Merci, Martin.
Merci.
C'est